Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It has been a busy time here on the little farm, and we're getting ready to wrap it up. We have been decorating and decorating and decorating, and today we will be finishing up the last of the decorating for Halloween. Now, I put a lot of effort into this. I realize that. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of organizing in my brain. But I am truly enjoying it. I really love how the reading teepee came out with all the jack-o'-lanterns. I didn't think I was going to put the jack-o'-lanterns out this year because I was kind of going for a witchy vibe. But it just turned out perfectly fine. And we have a special guest. Bear is here. And for those of you who don't know who Bear is my grand dog. And he is here for a week. He's going to be here while his people are traveling and having a good time on vacation. But I really like the teepee, and I really like the front yard and what I did here in the yard with the witches' hats and just kind of carrying that vibe through the inside. So let's go ahead and get to it. Back in August, I stopped in at our local Target store and I got a lot of inspiration for Halloween this year. I really enjoyed that earthy, witchy kind of vibe that they were going for. So of course, I started hitting up my Goodwill stores and I found some beautiful dishes that I think will go with that vibe. And I found some other things as well. Some flowers and some baskets and just all kinds of fun things. Before we start working on the table, I wanted to show you some of the things that I picked up at the thrift store for our tablescape. So I wanted to share. I saw these little teacups and they kind of gave me a ghostly feeling with the black roses and the gold and the ivory. And each piece was 99 cents. And so I went ahead and picked up the luncheon plate as well. And I got 4. So I'm going to do a service of 4. Then I got a black plate. So it'll look like that. And then, oops, cups, I'm gonna break them. And then I decided I wanted something else. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, and then I decided I wanted to put it all on a charger. So I'll have, it might be a little bit much, but you know, you get all these elements together and then you say, well, am I going to use them all or not? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. It might look better like that. But once we get it all started and figured out, we'll get it all together. I also found, for $5, I found some silverware that will match. Some gold-plated. Well, it's not real gold, but so those are the things that I got. I am looking for that vibe that I saw at Target. I had this octopus, but then I purchased this dragon, and I think he is scary and neat, and I had these bugs. I'm going to go ahead and spray them with some spray paint, and this is spray paint that you can use on plastic. I went with the gold tones because I really liked the gold tones that they had at the Target. supposed to do. Now I had some books that I wanted to put on my tablescape, and I could have just put some old books that really, you know, they just look old and they're okay to put on the table. But I wanted to put some books that actually meant something. So I'm really working on herbals and folk remedies and using medicinal plants. So I get some of my favorite books. However, they don't quite match my decor for what I'm going for. So I went to the Michaels. I know it was supposed to be a thrifty Halloween, but I did go to Michaels and I picked out some paper, and I'm just going to make some book covers because the covers of these are fine for everyday use, but if I want to use them in my tablescape, I want to make sure that they go with the flow. So I have some glue, hot glue. I have some glue. I don't know if this is going to just work with just the paper. I've seen people, use hot glue and draw and stuff. I may just use a magic marker to write the name of the book on it. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I've got supplies, and that's where we'll get started. Okay? I may not even use them on my tablescape. It depends. So I figured out how I want to stack them. I want to stack them from largest to smallest. And now I have to figure out how I want to use the paper. So I think, what should we put? I have black, green, and then this greenish paper. Like this. These are actually cardstock, and this is just paper. But I think, should we put green on top? No, wait, maybe green on the bottom, and then this, and then this. Like that. How's that look? See, I plan everything. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the black. And I've never done this before, so we're figuring this out together. I don't know. All right, so I am going to have to use both pieces. And I'll have to cut the UPC off. I'm going to fold it on the spine, this book, so that I know where it folds. And then I'm going to glue the spine together like this, and this will be the spine for the book cover. And I have some glue here, and hopefully this glue works. So I'm going to cut the spine because there's no way that I'm going to attach the spine to the book. So I will cut it. All right, we have the first one covered. It was a little bit tight, but I think it'll work. And then we'll just get a gold marker and write the name of the book on there. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because these are books that I'm going to be reading throughout the year, and they don't have to be spooky except for this time of year. I mean, I guess I could keep them spooky and make this a permanent thing, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all turns out. All right, number 1 done. Yeah, this paper made it was much easier to do. What's wrong, Becky? So I get this little guy. He still lights up, which is super cute, but that's not why I got him. I got him because he has holes, and sometimes when you buy skeletons, they don't always have holes. But what I want to do is put some plants in here growing out of his eyeballs. I want to start with this plant. I'll be cutting it back. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. So we can put some dirt in here, and then we can stick some starts in there. Make sure it's nice and wet, and it should. I'm not sure this plant will be the one that I pick, but I like the color on this plant. So let's see. I think it's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna trim some of this off so that I have this long piece right here. I will trim some off. Don't worry, we'll put those back somewhere where they can grow. Just so that I have something long to stick in there. Like that. See? Alright, I think both eyes, that's too much. I think one eye is enough. Don't you? Alright, let's get some dirt. Oh, come on. I'll stick some dirt in here, and then this will be ready. I took the light plug out of the skull, and now I'm going to fill it up with dirt as much as I can. The hole is kind of big, so I had to put something in there, and I wanted to put something up so it wouldn't get too soggy. There's a hole at the bottom for drainage, and then there's some stones there, and then some soil. So now I can stick my little plant in here, and I think I'm just going to use one eyeball because two just seem to, or one eye socket, because two just seem to be way too much for that. And I think it turned out super cute. So now let's go ahead and get ready to do the tablescape. All right, we are going to go out to the garden and gather some greenery for this tablescape. I'm going to finish up, but I don't want you to see it yet, okay? Here it is. do you think? This was so much fun to put together, you guys. And it took weeks and weeks of thrifting and digging through my things and finding stuff. And it just, I really like the look. It isn't scary. It's beautiful with a few elements of scary here and there, inspired by those things I saw at Target. The other day when I was at Target, I saw those the metal gold things, and it really inspired me. And I thought, well, I already had the octopus, and I saw him. He was $1.99, so I picked him up, and then I just put it all together. It's amazing what you can do if you just think about it a little bit. You know, even with the stuff that you already have. So I'm pretty excited about this little soiree I have going on today. Oh, my guests are here. I better run. I hope you had a good time, because I had a really good time putting this all together and sharing it with you. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here on Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And I will see you next time. Bye. Love you so much.